Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. Before we get into today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you never miss out on an upload, and leave a comment below saying I subscribed and hello, and I'll always say hi back. With all of that said and done, let's jump into the video.
It's time to do.
What's going on, guys? We are back again with another first place undefeated deck profile with Mr. Rory, who is playing his Tearlaments strongest best deck combo, wombo, jumbo thingamajig.
Thank you. Tearlaments strongest.
Yeah. We'll go through your rounds real quick. So, yeah.
Round 1 was versus Toby on Unchained. Game 1, I opened 3 Rhino Heart. I lost. Game 2, I don't remember what I did exactly, but I won. And then game 3, we were going near time. We traded a little bit, and then he had a dead turn. I summoned 4 guys and swung in 1 in time. I love the time rules. Round 2 was against someone. I must remember.
You don't play round 2.
Oh, I played Jack on Heroes. Game 1, I milled, I think, almost all my deck except 8 cards by my second turn, and won. Shocker. And then game 2, we went into time, and I think we were equal life because I SP'd and then was like, I can't attack, duh. So I won by draw kind of thing. Then round 3, I played Simon, who was on Infinobles. Round 1, or game 1, I just sacked him, right? Game 2 was more of a sack, because I opened Havness. Havness on his turn hit Merly and another Dark Warrior. Make Mud Dragon. Mud Dragon declare fire. He can't equip to anything. Yay!
Awesome. Well, let's jump into it. I think there's a few different cores on engines and stuff in this, so I'm keen to see what's going on.
This is my monster mash of 1,000 cards. First thing we play is a Shizu cards. They're insane. These mill 5. It's the best thing you can do in the deck. These are the shufflers. It's just broken. Run them at 1. If they were at 3, you'd run them at 3.
The boys.
The Tearlament names, or the Tearlament package I'll do next. 3 Rhino Heart because it's the best normal summon. Some people like Diviner over Rhino Heart, but I don't, because Rhino Heart I think is more useful. It makes Kaleido, and Toad and Bahamut are good cards. Then it's 3 Kashtira Tearlament because it's at 3 and I need a million names and I just want ways to mill cards, otherwise I can't play. One of the girls because they're at 1, otherwise should run more. And then for like spell traps for Tears, 3 Planet. No terraforming because terraforming's a bad mill. There's an argument to run, if you don't want to run terraforming but you want 3 field spell, you run 2 field spell, 1 terraforming, but that plays into draw, so it sucks. So I play 3 field spell, then 3 Scream. Some people like less, but I think this card's busted. The amount of times I've gone activate Scream and then normal a Rhino Heart and you get to chain block the Rhino Heart send with the Scream is crazy. Adding a trap is good as well. Sulliak plus Kaleido Heart on field is like half an FTK. It's so hard to out that. So I love Scream at 3. It comes up so much. And then 1 Heartbeat, sometimes useful. Unironically, I think I used this to start my turn versus Unchained because you don't need a tier on field. So I just went activate Heartbeat, send my Miller to shuffle back their trap, mill 5, play the game. Very funny. Also adds a trap from grave to hand, which is useful because you want Sullies. And then 2 Sulliak. No meta noise, no crime. They're not needed in this build because this is Destiny Hero build. So you just don't need them. Sully good. It'll make sense. Destiny Heroes is 2 Malicious, 1 Denier. Play Denier, it's funny, it's broken. It let me make extra link bodies, which matters more now because of SP Little Knight. It's a good card. Yeah, look, just run it. It's extra bodies, it's good. Then Dangers is the next package. I run 3 Nessie, 1 Mothman. Opening this card is fun. Half the time, it's like, okay, if I activate Nessie and they hit any of the other cards, I play the game and it's hilarious. The other thing is, Dark Aqua comes up for fusion summoning with any tier name for Garura, and then the additional Mothman, one helps you make rank 4s if you need, but also lets you go into Mud Dragon easier if it hits the grave, or if they hit your Nessie, then you get Mothman, then Mothman ends in grave. So I like this package a lot. Like, it's really good. They're not the worst mills, and they're okay to open. So can't run much more in its place. So yeah. Then other random stuff. One Diviner, still useful, okay, normal. Comes up more often for me with Crush Sheep, if this gets milled or sent to the grave anyway, and I go Crush Sheep, and then Crush Sheep summon Diviner, then send a Kelbeck or a yugioh mill 5. So only the one. 3's bad. It's an awful mill, unlike Rhino Heart, so I only want one. One Beast, it's funny. It's so funny. It just draws a card. I don't play Winder, it just draws a card. And then one Unchained Soul of Shyama. There is one piece of text on this card that's important, and that is that it summons from grave, and it has 6 stars. Hilarious. Other stuff is 1 Foolish, 1 Trivikama. This searches any Tearlament spell trap if it hits the grave. I don't need to explain this. This sends Kelbeck or a yugioh in your mill 5. I don't run goods because I've run out of space. This is a 40 card list. If you want to run goods, my non-engine is Drew's Worms and Tactics. You could just cut a Tactics for the Foolish Barrel goods if you want, but I don't really care. I liked 6 non-engine. Drew's Worm is a level 6. That's half the reason I run it. Level 6 comes up because of something in the extra deck, which is why I run Destiny Heroes and everything. It's Beatrice. Beatrice requires 2 6s. It quick effect sends any card. Any card. I get to pick what I send. You can send a name to Fusion. You can send a yugioh to mill 5. Like, you just do anything. This is a 6. The Bestials that I showed, wherever I just put them, those are 6s. This becomes a 6 if it sends a yugioh or Kelbeck. These are also 6s. The other card to the Beatrice Destiny Hero thing is Destiny Hero Dangerous, which you will summon anytime a tier name goes to grave, along with one of your Destiny Hero guys and gals. I don't know where I put my denial, but regardless, anytime that goes, you make this guy, you discard any card, send Mally, Spanish Mally, send the other Mally. That's 2 6s. Hilarious. Then you can send Denier if you want to get the Mally back to do stupid stuff. It's just really funny. Doing level 6 spam for these 2 cards. Then most people run King of the Swamp stuff over this Destiny Hero things. I think this is better because King of the Swamp sucks to open, really bad. Polly is an okay card, but it's not that great. The other thing is, I feel like if I get hand trapped and then I have a way to Beatrice, I'm on fire. I have everything I want if I can get to Beatrice after I get hand trapped, or I can just turbo Beatrice and be an absolute nerd. But that's why I run Destiny Hero stuff. The other cards in the extra, Crush Sheep for the reasons for Diviner. Sprint comes up for 3 things. A funny card inside deck called Scattershot can send Diviner if you really want to then go Crush Sheep stuff, but that's not the best. But it also sends Merly to Fusion Summon. SP Little Knight, if this isn't in your deck, you're poor. And then Dark Charmer. Just comes up, really funny utility. If you see, this is a dark attribute, and this summons a dark. So do with that what you will. I did it today. I had 2 SPs on my board. It was hilarious.
Insane.
For fusion monsters, like the other fusion ones, Kaleido, best fusion. I've unironically thought about running 2 of this because sometimes if it gets outed, you have to use a shuffler to get this back. It's insane. Stapelia, best utility one with anything to get a negate. And then Mud Dragon and Garura. This is a level 6, hilarious. This is a level 4 Aqua, level 4 Water, which comes up for Toad. But also, as I said for Infernobles, I use this to FTK. They're also super poly targets. They're so good. Just such good versatile cards. It's busted. For ranks, Baham Toad. I make this as often as I can. It's so good. This is an Aqua. That means it is material for Kaleido when this goes to grave because you negated. It also adds back a water, which is, hilariously, Tearlaments Kashtira or Rhino Heart, up to you. There have been games where I have had Toad up, had Shark up, used Shark, summoned Toad, couldn't get this off my board. I use Toad on opponent's turn and I add something back. I basically stop their turn and then I shuffle Toad back to fusion summon this, and then on my turn again I Shark for Toad again. Like, broken. Just broken. The other ranks, Redoer comes up for doing level 4 stuff. Dweller, because it's Dweller, like the best one. And then a Zeus. Zeus, I've barely ever summoned, but in theory, it's really funny to make a Dweller, detach a material, attack, and then Zeus detach to send everything. Their effects don't activate. So that's the funny blowout. There's really not much else. Half the time you're just going through the links and the fusions. So the rank 4s are just for utility or to help you play more. And then my side deck. This outs Dweller. That's why it's there. That stops Dweller. Dweller is an FTK, so I need a way to out it. I used to main Nibiru's, and that kind of helped, but I wanted to try Drew's Worms, and Drew's Worm was good. So this and Nibiru are like the only ways you can out Dweller. Super Poly is a busted card. You run 2 targets for it. This just destroys people. Like, it destroys boards. It's so good. 1 crime, 2 there can only be 1s. Because I don't have space for the 3rd, and siding in these 3 over the Worms or the Talents is good enough anyway. 3 Ash for something generic hurts branded. 2 Bestials that aren't in the main deck, and then Scattershot. Haha!
Why is he there?
It's because... Not because it deals 500 damage, it's level 2 Fire Pyro that definitely can make a fusion summon.
It's a fire target.
Not because of anything else.
Awesome. Well, do with that what you will. Thank you so much, my friend. It's been an absolute pleasure sitting here and listening to you and the passion you have for the best deck.
Tearlaments strongest.
Do you have any shout-outs?
Shout out for Joshua Schmidt for not playing this at a YCS, and he should have. But also for telling everyone King of the Swamp is bad. And then shout out to the whole locals, man behind the camera, everyone as usual. Makes it a blast to play here, makes it a blast to mill 5. I love milling 5.